Hey, we've been talking about this year's budget iPad for the last couple of months, and as its arrival is getting closer, somehow things are becoming less and less clear. However, in reality, situation is not that bad, or to be precise, not as bad at all. And unless Apple somehow forgets to release this year's iPad, we still have many reasons to be optimistic for what's coming. Let's talk about 10th generation iPad. But before we move on, would there be any reason why you wouldn't consider purchasing 2020 iPad model? Please answer below. And first 100 people who leave a comment will enter a raffle. And in 7 days from now, one of you may get this MOFT snap-on tablet stand, which will be useful once you get the new iPad. Hi friends and welcome to Digital Marketing channel. My name is Marco and this is your dose of Apple news, leaked information, tech rumors and reviews. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the like button and don't forget to enable all notifications so you don't miss the next video. This one is powered by MOFT. Check out their awesome iPad, MacBook and iPhone accessories by clicking on the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Apple's most popular iPad, alongside its Pro lineup, is one of the last tablets that's been anticipated before the end of this year. The most recent update from none other than Mark Gurman have caused a bit of concern about its potential release date. If his conclusions are accurate, Apple may easily decide to skip October event simply due to lack of more impressive improvements that would otherwise justify and require more official presentation. This claim could practically kill enthusiasm of some who were hoping to see bigger changes on anticipated products, namely Macs and iPads. Apple can still feature decently refreshed products, even through press release, as Mark believes. Nevertheless, Gurman doesn't appear to be 100% certain that this will be the case. When I was asked about the date in one of my earlier videos, I've speculated something between October 17 and 24th. Yesterday, I've heard from one of the alleged representatives of one business entity that iPad 10 should arrive around October 20. Now, obviously, pinch of salt, because this guy can easily be anyone. In case it's just a press release, I could assume that it may be Wednesday, October 19, for example. But to avoid any further confusions, here's the deal. I believe it's coming soon and that's it. Let's stop talking and just wait for it. Budget iPad design has been target of many speculations,
some consider to be unnatural.
Yet this year, things are not just wild guessing. You see, hopes for display size increase from 10.2-inch diagonal to 10.5 can now turn the long-awaited dream into reality. While iPad Air 3 seemed as an excellent reference point and direction to where this entry-level iPad could go, leaked renders gave us a hint that this time changes may be more significant as some could have assumed. As we've analyzed those images, new visual style appears as the blend of the old budget iPad and more modern Air or Pro counterparts. Bringing sharp edges would add 10th Gen iPad a breath of fresh air and more modern look and feel, something that's been implemented on other Apple's tablets. Contrary to the rest of Cupertino's iPads, the leaks have showed us that 2022 entry-level version will still hold on to the home button. That would have been simple if Mako Takara website didn't publish the opposite and how the Touch ID could be relocated into the power button as seen on recent iPad Air and iPad mini devices. That means that the iPad 10 may put an end on the home button on tablets once and for all. Some iPad cases are already available for purchase and kinda confirm this big redesign, because none of it previews space for the home button, which is understandable. The new iPad is not yet available. But what about the screen? If you've seen leaked renders, display size increase to the expected 10.5-inch diagonal looks promising. For some, this may be the great news, but there is another mystery. Will this mean laminated display as well? Not really. Just the fact the thickness of the upcoming iPad, according to My Smart Price portal, should be around 6.9mm, comparable to 6.1 of the current iPad Air, causes a concern we could still fall short of lamination on this one. Not to mention, if it loses the home button, the budget iPad with edge-to-edge display could become a serious threat to Apple's mid-range segment tablet. And as far as we know, 2022 iPad Air is not the brightest spot in terms of sales either. As I've said before, sacrificing screen quality could keep an extra edge of the iPad Air over 10th generation variant. If you ask me what I think, I'm completely off the track. There are so many reasons why keeping the home button would make sense, but at the same time, reasons how Apple may get away with it, especially if they have plans for OLED for the next Air model. Predicted internals should be considered as most reliable information for this year's entry-level iPad. We've been getting rumors about the A14 Bionic processor ever since the beginning of the year, and there is not much reason to doubt in this discovery. For me, this by itself is huge, since I didn't expect chip bump to A13 in 2021, but they've done it. Now there are a few optimists that are spreading a word about potential A15 as an option. This doesn't sound crazy, to be honest, since this should be iPad's 10th anniversary. Plus, the iPhone SE3 has arrived with this chip too. Having A15 in the most affordable iPad wouldn't cause any issue with iPad Air, cause its M1 is still miles ahead. On the other hand, this wouldn't be the first time that iPad mini, whose successor I anticipate in 2023, shares similar processor like Apple's budget tablet. Just in case, let's keep it to A14 for the sake of all those leaks and tips that were given to us by trusted industry insiders. If we get unexpected surprise, I wouldn't mind, would you? The rest of the stuff from the inside should be meant for upgrade too. Better Bluetooth and Wi-Fi as well as 5G are more than welcome, except for 64 gigs of storage as still base configuration at least for one more year. That's okay, cause otherwise it could pose another risk for the iPad Air. The next big change that will likely happen in this year's budget iPad will be its rear shooter, and the one of the iPad Air will be more than enough, even if it looks like it may come within a bit different camera bump, similar to the one of iPhone X. While some case manufacturers have used this opportunity to portray dual camera system with a flash, which I secretly would want regardless does it make sense or not, it would be better to be more subtle with expectations. Then there is USB-C as the biggest, and if you ask me, the most important improvement that could have happened to 10th generation iPad. Faster transfer speeds and ability to connect external devices doesn't require much justification. Why is that awesome? Let's hope it becomes true. With that in focus, it's impossible not to talk about the Apple Pencil. The first generation has been compatible to the entry-level iPad ever since 2017, yet with eventual removal of the Lightning port, it can easily become an obsolete. As I've said before, Apple can opt to modify its first-gen stylus with USB-C connector, or simply bring second generation Pencil support with magnetic charging connector, an option more reasonable. Now that we covered everything, once again, it's time to talk about the pricing. For the last couple of years, Apple has successfully maintained its price tag at $329, at least in US, which, jokes and bullshits aside, was one of the main reasons, if not the most convincing one, why this iPad was selling so good. Although Apple managed to keep the iPhone 14 lineup prices unchanged, its budget SE3 has suffered increase. Maybe not by a huge margin, but it's still more money. As I specified earlier, if there is no new design, there may not be a price bump at all this year. Yet, if the next iPad truly arrives with a new facelift, and there is no reason why it shouldn't considering that compatible cases already been sold, the jump between $349 to $399 may be inevitable. Will everyone be able to afford it? It all depends, especially in Europe where price differences are becoming more obvious and impactful. Lucky for us, in third-party stores, you will still able to find 9th generation, and possibly for less money than now. So, I hope this video has served you well. If you liked it, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching Digitalna channel. My name is Marco, talk to you soon, have an excellent day. Bye!